Good morning, world. I was just sitting here thinking, before I went into my workplace today, what if after even just the weekend that I experienced, because I was with some amazing people doing some amazing things, that I just went back to working 9 to 5, trying to be promoted in what it is I do, for a professional career, and stopped pursuing the growth and the travel in my soul that has been occurring over even the last 5 years. What if I just stopped? What if I said, oh, you know what? All of this is too much. All of this is too hard. All of this takes too much time, too much effort. And I'll just be okay with being what I had been, back to when I was younger. That would hurt. That would be painful. That would most certainly cause a death to my spirit. There is no way that anyone after growing can return to what they were before without pain. Put it this way. Okay, so women, we have children, we give birth. If that infant, even after 2 weeks of experience and time on this earth, after a month of being on this earth, tried to return to the womb, ladies, look, I can already hear you. No, that's not happening. That would be painful. They have outgrown that space, which is why they were birthed to where they are now. And it's the same with our souls. It's the same with our spirits and our mentalities. There is no going back to a form that you once had without you being uncomfortable. So my thought process today is just, you've got to keep going, even though growing pains seem to hurt. I'm going to tell you, going back to your original state is going to hurt more. So find that way to dig deep, find that way to push forward, because there's going to actually be less pain there. It's more scary. It's intimidating because it's a new territory that you haven't been to before. But even if we stay on that metaphor of a child, when they're born, they can't walk, they don't speak. There's certain things that they don't delight in or can't do, the independence that they don't have. But the longer that they're here and the more that they try, the further they get in their development. And how or why would they go back? Once you learned how to walk, would you ever want somebody to just pick you up and carry you around anymore? Or are you not happy that you found a level of independence that is going to carry you through the rest of your life and serve as a great purpose? I'm watching my nephew right now learn how to walk, and he is so excited every time he stands up and just holds that space. And he falls quite often. At this point, he hasn't even taken his first real step forward, but he's learning how to balance. And I don't think we could convince him to going back to, let us just swaddle you in a blanket and hold you there. That would kill his imaginative spirit. You've got to keep that in your mind for yourself as you continue along on your journey. Don't try to go backwards. No more swaddling. It's time to walk. It's time to run. It's time to grow. Those growing pains are going to be less painful than trying to go back to your original state. And I promise you, staying as you were or trying to return to something that isn't even there, that's going to hurt, And I just wanted to encourage everybody that no matter where it is that you are, you have the power to keep going. It's one step at a time. You're going to fall down sometimes, but that's okay. That's a part of the growing, and that's what we all did to get to wherever we are now. If you're holding an electronic device and watching me today, there was a point that you couldn't do that, right? So you have to remember those things, remind yourself of those things, find your way to keep pressing forward. Let's not be the horse that's tied to the chair, you guys. Meaning, let's not be that one that is only held by their mindset to where they are currently. I had an experience this weekend going to what I would say is a less privileged area, a development complex that we are, getting our hands in, JCG Group and our Team Legacy group for real estate. And we'll talk about some of that on the YouTube channel coming up. But the condition that the folks were in there was all mindset. I mean, I could have put them in a Ritz-Carlton hotel, and I could have redone every home that was there, this 12-unit complex, and return them to the space and say, here you go, house full of furniture, food full of fridge, warm, safe, no longer having leakages in your roof, no rats crawling through your walls. And yes, that's how they're living. Your children don't have to worry about being in a fire hazard room. Here's plenty of diapers so that that baby can get that diaper off of them. These are all things that I saw this weekend. But I guarantee you, even if that were done for this particular community, because of the mentality and the mindset being the thing that is actually holding them to those current conditions today, they would return to it eventually. And so I want to encourage all of you to untie yourself from the chair. If you have a well-trained horse and you tie it to a chair, it's not going nowhere. That horse is bigger than that chair. But because of the mentality that it feels that when that rope is around its neck and when it is tied to anything that it has to stay, it's not true. So what are you tied to today? Loose yourself, and I'll do the same. Love y'all. Talk to you later.